That's not what I heard.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Go away, don't tell me that.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Everybody knows by now.
I don't believe that.
He simply talks too much.
Who says things like that? I won't tell her a thing from now on.
That's what I've always said. I hadn't seen it with my own But that's terrible.
eyes. That's not what my husband thinks.
Really, how interesting.
He simply talks too much. And it's gonna get even worse.
Now that's typical, isn't it? That's an open secret.
I won't tell her a thing from now on. That's typical, isn't it?
I don't believe that.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Do you really think?
That's an open secret.
I already thought as much. That will never change.
I don't believe.
How are things? You don't seriously expect me to answer that question, boy?
It's better to watch out when you tell them.
I've heard a thing or two.
I can't believe that.
What are you paladins doing here in Corinus?
Tell me that isn't true.
People who ask questions like that wind up on the gallows before they know it. If there's one thing Lord Andre cannot afford, it's having knowledge of our mission falling into the hands of spies. So, you'd better watch out what you ask.
If this is gonna change.
I've got no time for this.
It's better to watch out when you tell them.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Really didn't deserve that.
That will never change. As if I didn't have enough problems.
He really didn't deserve that.
We can only wait and see.
And there's more, believe me. Nothing's ever gonna change that.
I want to become a paladin.
I'm not touching that. You, don't make me laugh. You're not even a member of the city guard.
Change that.
If I couldn't plainly see what a dense yokel you are, I'd think you were trying to insult me. Only the best of the best among the faithful followers of the king and our Lord.
I can't believe it.
I've got my own opinion about that.
What can you tell me about this area?
I could have told you.
You are now in the Harbor District. Where do you want to go?
I might get so worked up.
Anything's possible.
Thanks, that's all I wanted to know.
It was just like you said.
That's the first I've heard of it. You should really have known better.
That'll only cause more trouble.
It was just
Will it
like
ever
you said.
change?
So why won't they listen to me? That's because the path of virtue is long and rocky.
That'll only cause more trouble.
I'm not
In
touching
us
that.
enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
You don't have to tell the things I could tell you.
I could have told you that before.
He says things like that can't go on like this forever.
Where did you pick that up then?
Who says things like
You don't have to tell the same old thing all over again.
There've been all kinds of rumors.
That's not what I heard.
That was quite obvious.
That's not what my husband thinks.
You should really have known better.
He should have known that.
Really, how interesting. Now that's typical, isn't it?
Some problem solve himself.
Don't tell this to anyone.
I'd have gone about it differently.
I don't want to hear this.
He had better shut up.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Hey, you!
Ahoy, you landlubber. Looks like you're stranded here. You look a bit pale around the gills. Never mind, my lad. All you need is a good stiff sea breeze.
I'm not telling you anything new.
What are you doing here?
Back when I was a young man, I went to sea and rode through many a big storm.
I'd have gone about it differently.
Do you really think?
No big deal, not at all.
That was obvious all
But that old tower came... I haven't been up there in age.
Why not?
Ever since these scallywags took over my lighthouse, I haven't dared get closer to it than 20 feet. Really bad rabble, that. They're criminals from the Valley of Mind, you know. There was this big bang on the other side of the mountains, and they swarmed all over the land like flies. Now they're hiding out everywhere, even in my lighthouse. I think they're on the lookout for any ship they can raid. Ah, let them.
that doesn't surprise
Then at least they'd be... I always... A harbor is the gate to the world. Once the harbor goes to the dog. The harbor of Corinth, there's nothing but rift.
It's a bad business.
So why don't you...
Nobody would take an old... Most people think that old Jack's got the gout in his rotten old bones.
No better off like
And? Are they right?
Balderdash. Once I've got those planks beneath me feet again, I'll feel like a young whippersnapper.
See that? I can't help it. It's exactly what I said.
What do you mean?
Look at them, the lazy rat. I tell you,
Why are the ships no longer coming?
they all say, I tell you, a sailor feels that in his blood.
Better to watch out. That was obvious all along. I wouldn't have done
That's what I
Hey, you!
it. No, he insisted he knew better. I could have told him that.
Do you know anything about a thieves' guild in town?
The questions you ask.
Nothing surprising.
Of course, there's a thieves' guild here, just like in every big city. And every petty pickpocket or fence is probably connected to it somehow.
You listen to the wrong people.
Okay, let's go.
I cannot leave here until we know more about the missing people, or someone else takes over my duties.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
You can't keep anything to yourself.
I agree with you completely.
Really, how interesting.
And he works all day, too.
He
Really,
never would
how
have thought of
interesting.
that
Tell her
himself.
a thing from now on.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
He had better shut
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. How is it?
Yes, and what about you?
He doesn't see that.
But I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king.
We can only wait and see. I agree with you completely. I wouldn't be so sure. I'd have gone about it differently.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
We can only wait and see.
Here's another of those scum. One less monster around.
Wait a minute. About the city guard. I'll have to think about it first.
All right, but hurry up about it. I've got no time to lose.
have gone about it differently.
I'm not touching that.
That's been known a long time.
But he knew that all along.
But Enos beheld what Beliar had done, and he also bestrode the land and chose the human. And Enos spoke to him, and the human became his subject. And Enos gave unto him a portion of his divine
Who says things like that?
so that he...
You don't have to tell me that.
Really, how interesting.
You don't say.
And he works all day, too.
Someone's
I've come to collect. That.
Ow! I guess some people just have to learn the hard way. Alarm! Hey, what did you want in there?
You
I never
again.
want to see you in there again, Capiche? Well, at least you've got some gold on you. Get out of here! Hey, get out! What did you want
Just
in there?
beat it.
I never want to see you in there again, capiche? Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. Martial law is immediately declared in all cities and regions of the realm. All civilian judges are to hand over their duties to the royal paladins, effective immediately. The Honorable Lord Andre is commanded to punish every crime or act of resistance against the King's guards most severely. Every inhabitant of Corinus who is guilty of a crime is to report immediately to Lord Andre. Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. Due to the general situation, the forest and wilderness near the city are to be avoided for your own protection. Furthermore, any contact with the rebelling peasantry in the surrounding areas is strictly forbidden.
What are you doing here?
I'm a novice from the monastery. I run errands for the magicians and also the paladins. I have provided the 3 innkeepers in the city with wine from the monastery.
Who are the 3 innkeepers?
One of them is the good man here behind the bar. Then there is Karagon, who has his tavern on the Temple Square, and Cardiff, the owner of the tavern in the Harbor District.
What can you tell me about the monastery?
We novices seek enlightenment in prayer to Innos and learn the principles of faith from the magicians. We serve them as we serve Innos and prepare ourselves for the union with the fire.
Well, take me to the monastery.
Forget it. Do you know how many creatures When I think of all those bloodflies, wolves, and goblins, I'm glad that I don't have to. Besides, you can't enter the monastery.
Why not?
Entrance is only permitted to magicians, paladins, and novices.
How can I become a novice?
If a man feels the deep desire...
Hey, just tell me what the conditions are.
You need the offerings, a sheep and 1,000 gold pieces.
Where can I find a sheep?
From the farmers, of course, but you won't get one for nothing.
How am I supposed to...
Since you obviously don't know anyone who would pay that for you, you'll simply have to go to work.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted.
Would you like another beer?
Sure I want
The security measures for the protection of the upper quarter will be further strengthened. The guards on the gates are ordered to interpret the law in the strictest sense in order to prevent unauthorized entry.
So, where...
Well, it's a curious story. Only a few days ago, we were both standing at the bar in Corrigan's tavern, discussing the hunt. Don't ask me what happened next. I had had a few by then. I vaguely remember Trokar saying that he was going out to get a few swamp weed reefers. He never came back.
Where does one get...
Somewhere down at the harbor, as far as I know.
Didn't you go looking for him?
No, but I reported it to the militia. But they haven't been able to find him yet. I hope he didn't get attacked by a wolf, or worse. I'm afraid that I'll stumble over his body someday when I'm out hunting. I don't think I could bear that.
Why don't we go hunting?
With 2, it isn't so dangerous, that's true. Do you know anything about hunting then? I mean, do you know how to skin an animal?
Yes.
All right, but I want to see 50 gold pieces. For that, you can keep the skins and sell them to Busper. That's a fair deal, isn't it?
Later.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted.
But Adonos saw that order and chaos were now unequal, and he bade Enos... Adonos be with you.
Who are you?
I am Vatras, a servant of Adonos, the guardian of the divine and earthly equilibrium. What can I do for you?
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
And why would I do that?
Cavalorn sent me to you.
And what did he tell you?
He said you're in dire need of more good people.
Aha. So, you want to join us, son?
I want to...
You do? Well, that means you have already fulfilled the first requirement.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there must be someone among us who trusts you. Otherwise, you wouldn't even... But I know nothing about you at all.
What do you want to know?
Well, you could tell me where you come from and why you have come to the city.
I carry an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
What is this message?
Terrible things are bound to happen soon.
Terrible things, hmm? How do you know this?
Zardos, the magician, told me. He sent me to warn the Paladins.
The necromancer. So he lives, and he sent you. Who are you really?
I'm a former convict from the penal colony of Corinus.
Good. Let us summarize. You are a former prisoner who has been told by Zardas, the necromancer, that terrible things are going to happen. And you have come to report this to the Paladins. I think there's something you're not telling me. If you're worried I might pass on what you tell me, then let me reassure you. I have sworn to keep all secrets I am entrusted with to myself.
And what about all the people here?
They only understand half of what I preach to them, so don't fret. Let's start over at the beginning. What's that message?
A large army is gathering as we talk, led by dragons and determined to conquer the country.
Dragons? You speak of beings which until now have only been mentioned in legends. How do you know this?
Zardos, the magician, told me. He sent me to warn the Paladins.
I know this man as a wise and mighty master of magic. And where do you come from?
I'm a former convict from the penal colony of Corinus.
Good. Let us summarize. You are a former prisoner who has been told by Zardas, the necromancer, that dragons have come to conquer the country. And you have come to report this to the Paladins. That all sounds rather fantastic, but I cannot perceive that you are lying to me. Therefore, I must assume that your motives are honorable. I want to give you a chance to join the Ring of Water.
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
Since you are not yet a member of our community, I cannot tell you everything, of course. But I shall tell you what I may.
What exactly is it that you do?
We stand between the Order of Innos and the chaos of Beliar. If one of the two sides should gain the upper hand, it will mean either total loss of freedom or deadly chaos. Therefore, we guard the balance between the two. That's what makes life in this world possible for all.
And what does that mean in concrete terms?
The fall of the barrier has evoked numerous threats. The bandits are probably the most obvious one. Not only has it become all but impossible to travel the island without being attacked, there's someone in town, too, who supports the bandits. We have found out that the bandits receive regular deliveries from a weapons merchant in Corinus. We try to find such people and keep them from endangering the city. If you can find out anything about this, let me know.
Who are the members of the Ring of Water, then?
I cannot tell you that until you join the ring, but you will certainly have met some of them by that time.
Where are the other water mages?
They are exploring the ruins of an old culture northeast of Corinus. We suspect that those ruins might contain a passage to a part of the island which is as yet uncharted.
Tell me more about that uncharted area.
If you're interested in joining the expedition, I could send you to Satyrus with a letter. You can only participate, of course, as long as you're one of us.
Of course. About this weapon, how much do you know about the weapons dealer?
Ask Martin, the provisions master of the Paladins, about this. He should be able to tell you more. He has been tasked with unmasking the weapons dealer. You can find Martin in the harbor district. If you see a heap of crates, provision, and paladins, Martin won't be far.
Is there anything that could help me with my search?
You're very persistent, young man. But I actually can think of something that could make your tasks easier for you. I shall give you this ore amulet. You'll certainly be able to use it. It is an amulet of the searching will-o'-the-wisps. There are only very few of them. The will-o'-the-wisp that inhabits this amulet has very special properties. It can help you find things that normally elude the naked eye. You summon it by simply wearing the amulet. If it loses its power, or you cannot find it, simply put on the amulet again and it will reappear. The will-o'-the-wisp can detect weapons. It could be very helpful to you in investigating the weapons deliveries to the bandits. Treat it well, and it will never fail you.
A will-o'-the-wisp?
Will-o'-the-wisps are admirable creatures. They are bound to the magical ore in this world. It is their ore. I'm not surprised. Will-o'-the-wisps, there is no...
Can the will-o'-the-wisp do more than that?
More than look for close combat weapons? Not unless... I think Riordian knows how to teach these beings. Perhaps he can tell you more.
Thank you. I shall take good care of it. Tell me about the gods.
What exactly would you like to know?
Tell me about Beliar.
Beliar is the dark god of death, destruction, and all things unnatural. He is in eternal battle with Innos, but Adanos guards the balance between the two. Only a few humans follow the call of Beliar. However, he grants great strength to those who do.
Tell me about Adanos.
Adanos is the god of the center. He is the scales of justice and guardian of the balance between Innos and Beliar. He commands the power of change. His gift is the water in all the oceans, rivers, and lakes. His priests are the water mages, just as I am a servant and priest of Adanos.
Tell me about Innos.
Very well. Innos is the first and highest god. He created the sun and the world. He commands light and fire, his gifts to humanity. He is law and justice. His priests are the magicians of fire. The paladins are his warriors.
Can you teach me something about magic?
Only the chosen of Innos and the chosen of Adanos are permitted to work rune magic. But common mortals can also work magic with the help of spell scrolls. I can show you how you can channel and expand your magic powers.
I want to increase my
Come back once you have more experience. Come back once you... No, I do not let... If you want to join...
And that means...
Before we let a young man join our ranks, he must have done a great deed for the ring. Only then can I begin to consider letting you help preserve the balance of forces on this island.
I have freed many people. The barrier is gone.
Even if you can really claim responsibility for that. The great event in the Valley of Mines has not only set free the water mages and other upright citizens. All the criminals of the entire country are roaming Corinus these days. The bandits have already...
I have vanquished the Sleeper. Isn't that a great enough deed?
My ears hear many a tale these days, including the story about the banning of the beast called... I have not heard that this was achieved by a single man, although your eyes tell me that you are convinced you did. That confuses me slightly, but I cannot be sure that my senses might not deceive me sometimes.
So what would be an appropriate deed that might convince you?
Corinus is facing a great enigma these days. The number of people missing from the town seems to increase almost daily. If you can explain to me what happened to them, you shall have your place within the Ring of Water. However...
Yes?
You should take your message to the Paladins first. I consider it a matter of utmost importance. Talk to Lord Hagen. Wait! I'd like you to do me a little favor. Go down to the harbor. You'll find a man there named Laris. Give him this ornament, and tell him that it needs to be returned. He'll know what to do with it. And Innos, in his wisdom, did so.
I can't believe that. You just have to listen. So
Just leave me alone with that. I've got other problems.
I've come to collect the...
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus, by the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following.
And so he bade Enos to leave.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
That's a good secret.
Hey! Vatras sent me. He told me to come to you when I needed help.
So you've already been to see Vatras? You must have made a lasting impression on him. Otherwise, he certainly wouldn't have volunteered my name. Especially not since the matter with those missing people still hasn't been resolved. Tell me what you need.
Vatras gave me this ornament to bring to you. He said it is to be taken back.
Of course. It's up to me, as usual. I might have known. I'll have to walk halfway across the island to take it back to the water mages.
Vatras said you could help me join a community.
Getting tired of being the underdog, are you? All right, I see your point. I can exert my influence with the mercenaries if you want to join Lee. And I'm sure we can find a way to get you into the monastery soon. But the easiest thing would certainly be for you to join the militia. Which community do you prefer?
The militia.
Yes, I can imagine you'd like that, eh? Read the law to other people while you're pocketing their purses. The Paladins have set up their provisions store by the harbor. Their provisions master is a good friend of mine. Maybe he can do something for you. His name is Martin.
What exactly do you do here at the harbor?
I can't talk about that. Vatras would have...
So what's your business with Vatra?
I've got this little agreement with the water mages, you see.
What kind of an agreement?
We work for them, and they see to it that our past in the penal colony doesn't get us...
You're talking about the Ring of Water?
You've heard of it?
Vatras told me about it.
You might have mentioned that right away.
I need your... What about some better armor?
Mateo sells armor, but he'll probably charge you an arm and a leg for it. There is a way you could get it cheaper, though, if you don't mind pulling a fast one on the militia.
What do you mean?
There's a storage area next to Mateo's house, but all the merchandise has been confiscated by the militia. Go to Zurus at the marketplace and get yourself a sleeping spell. Then you send the guards off to Dreamland. I'm sure you'll find some decent armor among Mateo's stock.
I could take the ornament there for you.
I think I'd better take it there myself. But you could come with me. Only, I can't leave here at the moment. I need to keep an eye on the harbor.
Tell me more of...
The ring is to the water mages what the paladins are to the fire magicians. But, unlike the paladins, we operate in the background. The ring is a mighty weapon in the battle against the dangers that... But this only works as long as we keep the identity of all those secret who belong. So keep this to your...
Sure. About... Isn't this...
They're never going to clear this up. The missing...
Tell me what you know.
The first was William, one of the fishermen here in Corinna. At first we thought that one of those sea monsters, but not too long afterwards, other people started disappearing from... Everyone's at a loss so far. The way it...
Teach me something.
Come back once you...
Find me something.
It's totally obvious.
I need close combat weapons.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion. It's better to watch out when you tell one. I can't believe that. He should have known better.
Just follow me.
He didn't get that from me. Anything possible. You don't have to ask me that. It can't go on like this forever. It can't go on like this forever. It's totally obvious.
Find me some. Get me anything you can find.
Pick that up then. You have to feel sorry. I don't want to hear that. I've heard a thing or two. Really didn't deserve that. You don't have to ask me to bad business. Just believe everything you hear. Why haven't I heard about this before? That's nothing new. Just like you said. I wouldn't have done it. You don't have to ask me that. I'm not touching that. Don't say you didn't know that. You already know what I feel. You have to feel sorry for the poor boy. But he knew that all along. Nobody ever asked for my opinion. Nothing's ever going to change that.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
This is going to change. He should have known better. You have to feel sorry.
You can't do anything about it.
Just believe everything you hear. I wouldn't be so sure. Do you really think? I don't believe this is going to change. I hardly know what to believe anymore. Why haven't I heard about this before? That'll only cause more trouble. I hardly know what to believe anymore. Nobody ever asks me.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I couldn't get away with that. I couldn't.
I hardly know what to believe.
Same old thing all over again. Nobody wants to know.
That was obvious all along.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
That's no secret.
Hey, you have no business up here. Only paladins and those of us in the militia have access here.
You're looking for the man who is selling weapons to the band.
Says who?
Says Vatras.
Oh. What do you know about it?
Not much, but I could find out more.
Ah, is that so?
What's up here then?
This is the provisions store of the Royal Guard of the Paladins. I am the provisions master here, and I'm responsible for seeing to it that none of the Paladin stuff goes astray, and you're not wanted here. So keep your hands to yourself or I'll chop them off.
Laris sent me. He said you could help me.
So? He did? Then fire away. What do you want from me?
I want to join the militia.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? We don't just take on ragbags like you for no good reason. You'd probably have to.
Spare me the drivel. Tell me what I have to do to join you.
Okay. Then pay attention. The job of the provisions master is hell, let me tell you. Managing all the crates and sacks in this place is bad enough. But every time I spend an evening in Cardiff's tavern, someone busies himself with the crates here, and when I come back the next morning, something is missing. Strangely enough, the Paladins never see anything. I'm going crazy. I can't spend the entire night standing around here like an idiot. You, on the other hand...
I get it. I'm supposed to keep watch here while you hang around in the tavern.
Take it or leave it.
I'll watch over your provisions crates tonight.
Sweet. Good. Then come back tonight and keep an eye on the stuff here. In the meantime, I'll be in Cardiff's tavern.
It was just like you said.
No idea. You tell me.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
All the crates still there?
Go ahead and laugh at me. You stand on the pier all day and try to watch over all the chaos. The Paladins drag so much rubbish along that it isn't funny.
Same old thing, all.
Tell me.
Listen, we know that an influential citizen in the upper quarter must be behind it. And some of the weapons are even supposed to have come from the militia. We still don't know exactly. If you have enough guts to take on a group of at least 5 bandits, maybe you can find out. We know that the bandits are currently blockading the roads that connect the farmers to the city. Besides that, I know that there must have been a weapons delivery in the last few days. Maybe some clue. You want to buy? Let's say that if you could compensate me for the trouble that will arise from the Paladins' things wandering off, then we might be able to do business.
Does that happen often? Things go...
As long as the provisions masters...
I see.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I'm no better off myself.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
The path of virtue is long and rocky. You can't rely on him.
If he doesn't see that I can't help him?
You can't rely on that.
Someone's gotta pay for that.
Get that for me. There've been all kinds of rumors. You have to feel sorry.
Hey!
I got my own opinion about that. Those are all just rumors.
I want to join the Ring of Water.
That's fine with me, but the decision about whether you will be accepted or not lies with the water mages alone.
You should have known that.
What did you do to impress?
I protected them for a long time when we were still living with the barrier, and they have plenty of reason to be grateful to me.
What's it like to belong to the Ring?
We are very different from the usual communities you can join here in Corinthus. Once you're one of us, we're not going to ask anything of you that you are not ready to do. The only thing we truly require of you is to keep quiet. We work in secret and do not want to let outsiders know who our members are. We shall keep an eye on you. Everything else remains to...
I see. Okay.
I cannot leave here until we know...
If I didn't have that. Do you really think anybody ever asked for my opinion? So why would they listen to me? You don't have to ask me to go on like this forever. As if I did that all alone. Why haven't I heard about this before? Like this forever.
Is it?
So I've heard.
Wait and see.
Just look around you. Small wonder.
What are you doing?
My name is Brahim. Since you're new here, maybe you could use a map of the city? It's quite affordable and very useful until you know.
Show me your maps.
There've been all kinds of rumors. I can't believe that. Anything's possible to believe everything here. In enough trouble as it is. I could have told you that. Like this forever. That was quite obvious.
It's gonna get even worse.
Anything's possible. I've got my own opinion about that. You have to feel sorry for the
Come back again later. I'm sure to have something new for you then.
as if I didn't have enough solutions. He should have known to believe this is gonna change. Where did you pick that up? Problem solve themselves.
If he doesn't see it, I can't help him.
deals out fair punishment.
Hey, you! Just follow me.
Same old thing all over.
Enos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
It's as easy as that. No idea. You tell me.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
I never knew that.
That will never change. I'm staying.
I can't believe it.
You don't have to tell me.
Find me.
Where did you pick that out then?
Get me.
I don't believe this is going to change.
You don't have to tell me.
I wouldn't be so sure. It can't go on like this forever.
You don't have to tell me.
About. What was that again?
Listen, you're supposed to find out who's behind the weapon deliveries to the bandits and bring me proof. But it has to be really incriminating evidence, otherwise...
It had to happen sooner. I've got no time.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Enos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
I'm staying. Same old thing all over.
I'm telling you.
Tell me this.
He listened to the wrong people.
Only Enos decided. It was his decision, wasn't it?
It's really not my problem.
Nobody wants to know.
That was obvious all along.
Nobody wants to know.
I'm no better off
Hey!
myself.
Find me.
That's not what I heard.
I need close.
No idea. You tell me.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I'm staying.
I agree with you.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
What do you want here? Go! Smart kid.
I'm telling you anything new. Just
What do you want here? Go! Smart kid.
Everybody knows by now.
I'm just looking around a bit.
Ah, then you better not be caught. Look,
It would seem that we have a few thieves in the city who would the city guard.
He'd better
What do you know?
Nothing. But all the citizens are scared and have become destructive. Don't get caught in... Yeah, you gotta protect yourself against thieves. A sturdy cudgel works best.
Can you teach me anything?
I'm forging a few fittings and nails and repairing iron pots. But I don't know enough about forging weapons to be able to instruct you. If you want to learn that, go see Harad. He sure knows how to forge weapons. But if you want to train your muscles a bit, well, I can help you with that.
How much do you charge?
50 gold pieces.
Go away. Don't tell me that.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Hey,
That's terrible.
These are good times. But that's terrible.
These are bad times.
That's not what my husband thinks.
He had better shut up.
That's what I always said. Really, how interesting.
That's terrible.
I can't take care of everything. That's not what I heard. What do you want here? Go!
Just
Smart kid. Don't tell this to anyone. I can't take care of everything for everybody.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Really, how interesting.
And it's gonna get even worse.
Really, how interesting.
What with?
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Go away. Don't tell me that.
That's what I always said. I don't believe that.
These are bad times.
I don't like it so worked up. As if I didn't have enough problems. I wouldn't have done that. But he knew that all
Halt! Only the...
Halt! Only the citizen.
I can't read that. I can't read that.
Damn it! What's up?
Show me your wares. Show me your wares.
That's the first I've heard of it. Enough touching that. There've been all kinds of rumors. But he knew that all along. That'll only cause more trouble. That's exactly what I said. I can't believe that.
What do you want? Smart kid. What do you want here? Go! Smart kid.
That's the first I've heard of it. Who said that?
Hey, you!
Don't say you didn't know that. Can't go on like this forever. You're think? Those are all just rumors. I don't believe this is gonna change. Where did you pick that up then? That's nothing new. Some problems solve themselves.
I'm ready to join. That may be, but you are still not a citizen of this town, and I have my...
About the thief.
Yes?
I'm...
Good.
Doesn't see that I can't help it.
You listen to the wrong people.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I agree with you completely.
It's not what I heard.
It's a bad business.
I know nothing about picking locks. I know nothing about picking locks.
That's not what I heard.
I agree with you completely.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Nothing surprising. surprises me anymore.
That doesn't amaze me.
What was obvious all along?
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I'm training the boys to use a crossbow and help them.
Could you train?
No, I only train the men, but we can always use good people. So if you want to join the militia, go talk to.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
I'm no better off myself.
That's not what I heard.
I'm no better off myself.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
It's a bad business.
I'm no better off myself.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
That was obvious all along.
It's a bad business.
What did you want in here, huh?
And never let me catch you in there again.
He listened to the wrong people.
It's been known a long time.
That's been known a long time.
That's not what my husband thinks.
That's been known a long time.
Everybody knows by now.
Is it really true?
Someone's got to do the work.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Someone's got to do the work. These are bad times.
Hey, you! But Lord Hagen is not going to receive me.
Yes, he will, no doubt about it, provided you become a member of a powerful community first. The ring has far-reaching connections. We shall assist you in conveying your message as soon as possible. You should talk about this to Laris, whom I trust.
What community should I...
There are only 3 communities that have enough influence. These are the city militia, the monastery of the fire magicians, and the troop of mercenaries on the landowner's farm. The choice is yours, son. Laris can certainly assist you with this difficult decision. Talk to him about it.
I shall...
What's the matter?
Show me who.
You're not here, so get going.
I want to be.
Will you help us defend the city? If you're a citizen of Corinus, you can join the militia. You should talk to one of the city guard.
How's the.
At the moment, it's quiet.
What do you know about the bandits?
They've all come from that blasted mining colony. But some are holed up in the mountains and others. But it's the bandits outside of town who caused the. They're the reason that none of the merchants venture beyond the.
Where did the bandits who had my wanted poster come from?
We picked them up near the landowner's place. But they didn't look like Onar's people. I think they're part of a smaller group which is holed up in the mountains near Onar's farm. But if you intend to go there, let me warn you. Those cutthroats make short work of everyone.
I'll remember that. How's the situation? Wait a minute. I want to.
You're not even a citizen of Corinus. Why do you think anyone could come along, get issued a weapon and some armor in passing, and then disappear with it?
But I'm serious.
Don't explain that to me. Explain it to Lord Andre.
Know what to believe anymore.
Hey, you!
It's totally obvious. We can only wait and see.
Do you know where I can...
No offense, but even if I knew, I wouldn't. These people usually react very sensitively to things like that. If you want to get involved with them, you should be very...
It can't go on like this forever. Nobody ever asks me. I can't believe that.
Wait a minute. You arrange fire?
Every day, from noon until evening. behind the warehouse in the harbor district. Home sweet. It's only... I was a drill instructor in the army. Now I've wound up and... So, I'm seeing to it that I come into money again. I even had to sell my sword.
To whom?
I swapped it with a trader in the marketplace for some stuff. The guy's called Jorah. The torches and the bit of meat that he gave me are long used up.
He isn't likely to give me the sword for nothing.
It's an old sword. He won't want much for it. Just think of the money as an extra...
What are the rules for the fight?
Quite simple. All regular weapons are allowed. No bows or crossbows. And we fight until one of us drops. And as soon as one of us is flat on his back, whoever leaves the ring is out. So if you... The stake is 50 gold coins. If you win... Got it?
Yep. What do you know about the war against the orcs?
There's not much to tell. The war... The country people are starved. But there's just...
Nobody ever asks me. I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Same old thing all over again.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
That will never change. The path of virtue is long and rocky.
His deeds were just...
Nobody will learn anything from me.
You don't have to tell me that. You should really have known better.
It's a bad business. I never knew that.
There are things I can tell you. I've got no time for things like that.
Hey, you!
Anything from me.
Find me something. I need...
Change? I'm not telling you anything new.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Would ever change? It's really not my problem.
The path of virtue is long and rocky. Things I can tell you.
That's been known a long time. Do you really believe that?
Wait a minute.
Only in us decide which way.
Go ahead and laugh at me. You stand on the...
Anything from me.
The paladins drag so much...
I couldn't care less, Sergeant. Enos deals out fair punishment.
What do you have to offer?
Then pay attention.
Is it really true? Enos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
Tell me that isn't true. No idea. You tell me.
That's all just gossip. If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
That will never change. He thinks it's as easy as that.
It's a bad business.
What was that again?
Listen, you're supposed to find out who's behind the weapon. But it has to be really incredible.
I've got no time for things like that. You don't have to tell me that.
That's all just gossip. It's really not my
Tell me that.
Tell this to anyone.
Don't say you didn't know that.
That's what I've always said.
I couldn't get away with that.
It can't go on like this forever. You don't have to ask me that.
Find me something.
No idea. You tell me.
Someone's got to pay for that. I'm no better off myself.
It was his decision. He thinks it's as easy as that.
Hey,
In us enlightened, nobody will learn anything from
what are you doing there?
Well, it's none of...
Martin will be so happy when I tell him who's been rummaging through his belongings.
Well, you do whatever you want. I'll be on my way then, little man.
Things I can tell. It had to happen sooner
listen to the wrong people.
You don't have to tell me that. Enos deals out fair punishment.
I agree with you completely.
And there's more, believe me.
That's nothing new.
I'm not touching that.
I caught that. It's Rangar who is poking through.
Well, finally. At least now I know I have to keep an eye on. The bastard. There'll be one heck of a duster. I've always wondered why none of the paladins saw anything.
And?
It's obvious. The idiots can't tell those of us in the militia apart from one another. To them, we all look alike. That was good work, mate. If I can do anything for you, just say the...
You know what I want.
Oh, yeah. You want to join. You've already proven your abilities to me. Well, let me put it this way. I'd rather know you're on our side than on someone else's. That's why I'll help you. Take this letter of recommendation from me and show it to Andre, our paladin commander. You'll find him in the barracks. I'm sure he can use you.
That's nothing new. Where did you pick that up then? Let's wait and see what happens. I believe this is gonna change. Some problem solve themselves.
I've got my own opinion about that.
Those are all his rules.
These are bad times.
Look, I've got this letter of recommendation from your provisions master.
What? Show me. Well, I'll be. This must have cost you quite an effort. It's no easy feat to get something like this out of Martin. All right, I'm convinced. If Martin vouches for you, I shall let you join. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready to join.
Martin, the provisions master, vouches for you and has even recommended you. That alone is... You can join us if you wish, but your decision will be final. Once you wear the armor of the militia, you cannot simply take it off and no longer belong to us. Are you prepared to fight together with us for Inos and the king?
I'm ready.
Then so shall it be. Welcome to the militia. Here is your armor. Wear it with pride and dignity.
Will I get a weapon too?
Of course. Peck usually takes care of that, but it occurs to me that I find out where he's hiding and bring him here. And if you want to sleep, you can lie down in one of the beds in the bunkhouse.
So Lord Andre accepted you. I expect you to come here and train regularly. Ruga will train you in the art of the crossbow and Mort, but the most important thing is for you to... I'll make a good fighter.
Where should I start, with one-handed or two-handed?
That's entirely up to you. If you specialize in only one type of weapon, you automatically learn the other. If, for instance, you're good at fighting with one-handed swords, but still a beginner, your two-handed skills will go up as well. In that case, the training is just start and you'll soon...
But no, he insisted he knew better.
I agree with you completely.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
I'd have done it differently.
Lord Andre commanded to punish every crime or act of resistance against the king's guards most severely. Every inhabitant of Corinus who is guilty of a crime is to report immediately to Lord Andre.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
I'm not telling you anything new.
And he works all day, too.
That doesn't surprise me.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. By reason of the imminent danger of an attack by orcs, each inhabitant...
And Enos, in his wisdom, did so. But the light was a torment for Beliar. All that Enos created was destroyed by Beliar.
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
Since you are not yet a member of our community, I cannot tell you everything. but I shall tell you.
Adonai saw that this way nothing could exist at all. No light and no darkness.
Halt! No one may enter the storeroom!
I belong to the Royal Army. I want to equip myself.
Do you have an order for that?
Sure.
Fine, you can go in.
can't take care of everything for everybody.
I'm no better off myself.
Hey,
Don't tell me that.
you're in the militia now. I'm gonna laugh myself sick. A former convict in the militia.
Someone's gonna do it.
Only you could pull something like that. You won't blow the whistle on me about working for Lee, will you?
But you know me.
You can't take care of everything.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
That's an open secret.
Do you know where I can find the Thieves Guild?
No offense. These people usually react very... If you want to get involved with them,
That's been known a long time.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Teach me something.
That's terrible.
come back once you have...
He insisted he knew better.
He simply talks too much.
Everybody knows by
You
now.
hardly know who to believe these days.
Who said that?
That's what I've always said.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
You don't say.
That's nothing new.
Everybody knows by now.
I'd have gone about it differently.
Really? How interesting.
Nothing
Honestly,
I'm no better off myself.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
These are bad times.
He never would have thought of that himself.
That's an open secret.
Now that's typical.
You listen to the wrong people.
He simply talks too much.
He can't keep anything
You hardly
to
know who to
himself.
believe these days.
Someone's gonna do
Do you
it.
really think?
I agree with you completely.
These are bad times.
You don't say.
It's really not my problem.
Who says things like
That's
that?
exactly what I said.
Honestly, I
Is it really
always
true?
myself.
You can't keep anything
I
to
don't want to
yourself.
hear that.
He'd better shut up.
I'd have gone about it differently.
You can't keep anything
Why
to
haven't I heard
yourself.
about this before?
And he works all
He
day
never
too.
would have thought of that himself.
That's not what my husband
That's
says.
exactly what I said.
These are bad times.
I never knew that.
These are bad times.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Everybody knows by
You
now.
hardly know who to believe these days.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Do you really think?
If I hadn't seen it with
I never
my
knew
own
that.
eyes.
Really? How interesting.
Some problems solve themselves.
You listen to the wrong people.
Everybody knows by now.
Some problems solve themselves.
He simply talks too much.
I agree with you completely.
That's not what I heard.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
Don't tell this to anyone.
That's not what I heard.
Really? How interesting.
I don't want to hear that.
Don't tell this to anyone.
It's not what I heard.
That's not what I heard.
That's nothing new.
Don't tell this to anyone.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Someone's gonna do the work.
Nobody ever asks me.
You don't say.
Will it ever change?
That's not what my husband thinks.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
He can't keep anything to
It's not
himself.
what I heard.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Really, how interesting.
You listen to the wrong people.
These are bad times.
Who said that?
I agree with you
Hey!
completely.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
I agree with you completely.
That's terrible.
Is it really true?
Who says things like that?
You have to feel sorry for the poor
You know your way about the harbor, don't
You
you?
hardly know who to believe.
Sure thing. Why?
Really? How interesting.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Why don't I see any militia?
Someone's gotta do the work.
They don't dare come in here. We take care of
Really,
things
how interesting.
ourselves.
It's all just gossip.
That's what I've always said.
The only ship that...
If I hadn't seen it with my own
You really
eyes.
believe that?
These are bad times.
Better watch out.
It was obvious all along.
That's not what my husband thinks.
That's nothing new.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
There've been all kinds of rumors.
What are you doing here?
I'm building a ship because I want to get out of here as fast as I can.
Do you really think?
But the way it looks right now, this ship will never be finished.
It's not what I heard.
You don't have to ask me.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Why are you in such a hurry?
Why haven't I heard about this?
Soon the orcs will come and burn down the city.
He never would
What
have
makes you
thought of
think that?
himself.
Boy, have you noticed the paladins running around everywhere? Why do you think they're here? I tell you, they're here because the orcs will attack soon, and that won't be pretty.
Never asked me.
I'd have gone about it differently.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Is it really true?
He should have known. That's totally obvious.
That's all just gossip.
That's nothing new.
That doesn't surprise me.
I could have told you that before.
He doesn't see that. I can't help it.
I could have told you that before.
I'm no better off myself.
These are all just rumors.
That doesn't surprise me.
Do you really think?
There's nothing you can do about it.
That'll only cause more trouble.
That doesn't
Can I help you
surprise me.
somehow?
Yes, you can. Find out what the paladins are planning. I want to know why they're here.
I agree
And I
with
have
you
to know if the
completely.
orcs will attack and how far from the city they are.
I wouldn't have done
One of the bastards was even seen outside the
Believe
city.
that.
Just bring me all the information you can
that.
get.
Watch out or you'll tell them.
That doesn't surprise
Why?
me.
But I have my boy. As if we did.
It's forever.
Also,
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Some problem solved itself.
Hey, you got no business here, understand?
Who are you?
That's none of your business.
The boss of...
Hey, the storeroom was under my supervision.
For the king. What do you want?
Where's Peck?
You just started with us, huh? Well, the Peck's been in the city a really long time. I bet he...
I want to get...
Got it. if you've got enough experience.
Let's begin with the training.
Come back when you have...
What are the...
Quite simple. Two-handed weapon.
For the king!